Hello everyone, welcome along to round 6 of the LBRacing series. We are here tonight at the Circuit de Gill Villeneuve. We've taken it over from the Formula 1 yesterday, and what a cracking Grand Prix that was round here, and hopefully we can carry on that action-packed adventure here. It doesn't look as slippery as what it was yesterday in the Formula 1, but obviously we've got action-packed evening to bring you on this May bank holiday, so I hope everyone out there is having a good bank holiday and enjoying themselves in this absolute heat wave that we are having in the UK at the moment. So, as I said, we're here first off for the Porsche Cup, which we're 5-minute qualifier, 15 minutes of uninterrupted sprint action, no pit stops, just flat out from the start to the finish on the soft tyre. And then after that we've got the GR3 Masters to bring you, which is a bit more strategy involved, and I definitely think we're going to be seeing those drivers burning up their tyres as we go on through that one. Let's have a look on the points then for what was round 5 last week, and now we've also got the drop rounds taken into account. So driver's worst round is taken off. So here we go, points table. So it is Corky there on 43 points, with Stuck on the Grid on 48 in 14th place. Stead up to 13th, level on points with Stuck on the Grid, but as a 1 round higher points finish. So there with the 20 points at last round gets him 13th. And we've got Wacky there in 12th there, and then we've got Beefy in 11th, with Race Lord in 10th, Stewboy in 9th on 74 points. So not too many points there from 11th to 9th in the table. And then if we look at the top half of the table, we got Watsy there on 77, Sprinkler on 78, and Johnny on 79 in 6th. So very close between those 3 drivers. And it's Lee in 5th on 84, we've got Temp there in 4th on 93, and we've got Nigel Mansnell in 3rd on 98. And then it is level on points at the top between D-Lox and Alex, but Alex takes the top spot because he does have a race win, compared to D-Lox, who just has 2 second places as his best results. So yeah, apologies for the quality of the stream at the beginning. I don't know what happened with that, but hopefully it's kind of repaired itself. I think I'm not getting any kind of notifications or anything up on the screen telling me that the screen quality is going off the charts now like it was on the entry, so apologies for that. I don't know what was going on with the intro there, but thank you everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Let's get this up and over 20 likes as quick as we can. If you haven't already, please hit the share button as well, get it shared out as far and wide as possible also. And we will then get qualifying underway in a moment. We're just waiting on one more driver who shouldn't be 2 seconds, and then we will get this one underway. So let's have a look at who's in the chat. Let me know who's here watching. We've got Nigel Mansell in this end, even though having a great race. He is racing tonight whilst he's away down in Devon, I believe. So he's racing on a controller, which he doesn't normally do, and also not on his own Wi-Fi. So it's going to be an interesting one for Nigel Mansell, but that is commitment from him, committed to the results and committed to getting the points where he possibly can. Harrison in the chat there saying hi. Hi there, Harrison. Welcome along tonight. So let's get ready. We're just waiting for Sprinkler, because he did message me just say it's taking him 1 hour and 25 minutes to drive a journey that would normally take him 25 minutes, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So he did say he's running a couple of minutes late, so I did say I'll hold off for him. But if he gets to 39, so he's got 1 more minute. He said he'd be home at 38. So he's got one more, and if he gets to 39, then we will start the qualifying. Like I said, I'll try and hang on for as long as possible. I do have a fan next to me, so do let me know, guys, if you can hear the annoying little buzzing fan that I have next to me. Just let me know, because as you can imagine, it's quite hot, especially when then you take into account a PlayStation, a laptop, and everything else is kicking out a lot of heat next to me. As you can imagine, it gets a bit hot here. I'm just going to drop him a message and ask him how far off he's going to be. Let's give the guys a ready. Oh, this is an interesting screen. We never look at this. Good luck, everybody. Sorry, can't be there. Barkley's birthday for Uncle. No, fair enough to stand as that. Obviously, life carries on as normal. So this is a nice little screen. Well, we don't really look at on here as well. Obviously, you can see that everyone's in the same car. Everyone is got the same power and everything like that. Beef in the chat saying hello everyone. Have a good race. Hi, this is going to be a good race. It's going to be a phenomenal race. Right, let's give everyone ready. Right, yeah, he's still going to be a couple of minutes. So we're going to give everyone the qualifying. We've got 5 minutes to qualify. And then, obviously, we will just have to, because Sprinkle is going to join. I've said we're going to start from the back. Obviously, Jenson Button started from the back when he won the Grand Prix here all those years ago. So it's going to be an interesting one. See what Sprinkler can do when he gets into the room. Sprinkler for the win. So we're sat on board with D-Locks always takes one to come up pits. So let's get on board with someone that's out track. There we go, let's go on board with Alex. It's a bit hot today, says Mario. Yeah, it is. It is a bit hot, but what better way to cool yourself down than sitting in a sim rig, getting absolutely toasty. It is extremely hot today, so everyone make sure that you stay hydrated. So Alex is going to be the first one to set a lap. Here, he's just completed his outlap. Has got a half-second penalty, so we will have to keep an eye on that. And so here's for reference, that's where the penalty line is. Like, it's on that back straight. Right, here we go. He's going to start his flying lap. And let's see what he can do. Got Luke in the chat saying hi. So here he comes. This is a great little corner. You can brake so late, chuck it over the first curve and dance over the second curve. Avoid that wall on the exit, which is as well. Then it's the straightest line possible into this long sweeping corner through the first sector. And then it's coming along here. Gets a little bit narrow the track here, and then you want to brake just as you hit the shadow under the bridge here. which he does, hits the brakes, and then you want to flick it over that first curb, but miss the sausage curb on the inside, and then it's just flat out up against the wall, and you're heading down towards that famous corner where Robert Kubica had that massive accident. Brake as late as you dare, but you want to get it stopped for the apex. You want to be nice and tight around the apex, and then it is just full power and gun it now all the way to the bus stop at the end of the straight with the famous Wall of Champions on the exit of the second part of it. Cars reaching over 150 miles an hour, just kissing shy of 160 before you brake. And then you want to dance over that first curb and avoid the sausage curb on the second bit. Get as close as you dare to the Wall of Champions. He punches it to the line. And it's a 136.3 for provisional pole. Lee does a 137.5. Stuck on the grid at 137. He goes into second place. Race Lord crosses the line. He goes into second. Beefy now goes into third. And then we've got Wacky here. He's going to cross the line and go sixth. Nigel Mansell goes in sixth. And then we've now got Watsy crossing the line. Where's Watsy going to put his car? And Watsy goes sixth. Then we've got Johnny in ninth. Stead comes through. He goes into 10th. And Delox will be the last one to cross the line and get his first lap in. And he goes fourth. So at the moment it's Alex from Race Lord, from Beefy, from Delox. Stuck on the grid in fifth. Lee in sixth. With Watsy in seventh. And Nigel Mansell on the pad tonight in eighth. Wacky in ninth. Johnny in 10th. And in 11th is Stead. So at the moment it was Alex who we were on board with for his lap. He's coming round to complete second. Let's see if he can improve. Can he get a improvement here? Hop, skip and a jump. And on his way to the line. Doesn't improve. He's down a little. Let's see if Race Lord can improve. Kicking up the dust as he heads towards the line. Can he take pole? No, stays on the front row, but in second place. What stuck on the grid has finished his laps. What can Delox do? He's the last one to cross the line. Wacky goes up in sixth. Nigel Mansell goes seventh. Stuck on the grid is up to 4. What can Delox do? Can he put it on pole? Watsy there goes up to third. What a lap from Watsy. He's got himself up to third place. And let's see what Delox can do. It's third for Delox. So he managed to take that third place spot on the last part there. But it is Alex who's in the pits on pole. Race Lord in second. Delox in third. Watsy in fourth. Beefy in fifth. Stuck on the grid in sixth. And there is Sprinkler just got into the room now. Wacky in seventh. Nigel Mansell in eighth. And then ninth is Lee with Johnny in 10th. And 11th place is Stead. And then 12th will be Sprinkler. Managed to get the car going as he joins into the room. So we'll take this little break here just to, as I said before, if you haven't already, please hit the like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. We run these races every Monday night. Another 4 rounds to go after this one. So another 4 rounds to go. And then we'll have a little mid-season break, and then we'll be back with another series after this one. As the car's driving around to get back to the pits. Well done, Alex. Nice lap, says Dave Jarvis. That is Race Lord, who we're on board with here. Saying well done to Alex on his qualifying lap. Right. Let's get this. Let's have a look at those qualifying results. Just going to save these down so that I've got them. Just because I'm going to set the grids in a second. So Alex on pole, Race Lord in second, D-Lox third, Watsy fourth, Beefy in fifth, Stuck on the Grid in sixth, Wacky there in seventh, Nigel Mansell in eighth, and Wacky and Nigel Mansell done exactly the same lap time. So phenomenal result there for those two. And then Lee in 9th, Johnny in 10th, and Stead there in 11th. And then we got Watsy in the chat saying, geez, it's a swelly one. Just going to put adding sprinkler. To back. Right. Just going to add sprinkler to the back of the field. So we just need to change this around. Practice and race. We don't want that. Practice and George race, don't we? And then we want afternoon. We want set by host. Right, let's load up those grids just so I've got them in my head. I think I can remember them off the top of my head, but just to be safe. Don't want to put anyone in the wrong place. Right, ready up, guys. Let's get the grids up on here. So I've got them ready. So it's stuck on the grid is the only one. I just need stuck on the grid. That's the only one I need is Mark. There we go. Right. Let's set the grids. So it's Alex on pole. And then it is Race Lord second. And then I believe it is D-Lox third. Where's D-Lox? Oh, he's already third. Fantastic. Watsy in fourth. And then fifth goes to Beefy. And then sixth we have Stuck on the Grid. Seventh we have Wacky. Eighth we have Nigel Mansell. Ninth we have Lee. 10th we have Johnny. 11th Stead, and 12th is Sprinkler. Right, let's get this one underway here for round number 6 of the LBRacing series here at the circuit de Gill, Villeneuve. Let's get this one underway. Drop a message in the chat. Who do you think is going to take the race win here tonight? Can Sprinkler do it from 12th on the grid? Can Alex hold off Race Lord? Here we go. Just waiting for the lights now. Obviously, false start is in effect. Here we go. The lights are there. No jump starts there from anyone, and they are off and underway. Alex gets away well. Race Lord covering over towards D-Lox there in third. D-Lox going over the curb a little bit. Oh, who's that? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a car around. Who was that? Right, we will save that. That looks lovely. Don't know who that was around there, but it looked like they glitched out a little bit. So Alex in the lead. Watsy second. Rachel, oh, that's Nigel Mansell into the barrier as well. Saw him going off into the background as well, so he's gone off. Matt Sprinkler up to 5th. What a start. Right, let's have a run down through the order. So we've got Alex in the lead here. Watsy in second. D-Lox in third. Stuck on the Grid 4th. Sprinkler in 5th. Stead's up to 6th. Lee in 7th. Johnny in 8th. Wacky in 9th. Beefy got turned around at the start with Nigel Mansell in 11th and Race Lord in 12th. So Race Lord's out massively here and he's all the way down in 12th. He's gone from 2nd to 12th in the first lap. He's got a lot to make up here. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on him and see what he can do. Right, who was it that got turned around at the start? It was Beefy, wasn't it? So let's go back on board with Beefy. Oh, we got yellow flags there. It looks like someone's gone wide. Just going to watch the replay of the start. Or Beefy just kind of went for that gap up the middle and then just, oh, another little knock and then round he goes. But got away with it. He's back up to 9th now. But it is this man in the lead at the moment. Oh, Sprinkler up to 3rd. 4-second penalty. What has happened there? Looks like he slowed down. Let's have a look. Oh, pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Sorry, everyone. Fat fingers tonight. It's good spot this way. It's got a 4-second penalty for it. It's going to be too far back now to go and view the replay. Don't know whether that was a coming together with Watsy because he slowed down. Stead's up to 3rd. What a start Stead has had. He's gone from 11th to 3rd. Purple first sector there. Flashing of the lights. I think he might put the controller. Because if you're turning the controller a little bit too hard, then it does flash the old lights on this game. But at the moment it is Alex in the lead by 3.1 seconds over D-Locks in 2nd. Stead in 3rd, who were just on board with. Watsy in 4th. Sprinkler there in 5th. We'll see on board with Sprinkler how far that 4-second penalty is going to cost him. Johnny's definitely going to get past because Johnny's only half a second behind him. As here we go, that's the penalty line and that's the penalty served. Might only lose 1 place here because it looks like Wacky had a penalty that he served. So Sprinkler actually only lost 1 position. So he can now get back and underway and get himself back in the hunt. Wacky there in 7th place. Nigel Mansell in 8th. With Lee there in 9th. Lee's got front end damage. Stuck on the grid in 10th. 11th place at the moment is Racer. Now he's coming back towards this. And Beefy there in 12th. Race Lord with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:36.861. You get a 0.4 fastest lap. So that is worth pushing for and getting it. Obviously, you get the fastest lap and takes that point away from your rivals. Even if you're down towards the back of the field, it's something that is worth getting and keeping hold of. D-Locks in 2nd. So he's got 3-second gap in front and a 3-second gap behind. Stead there, he's just run a little bit wide. Let's have a look at what happened there, because going past is Watsy and moving himself up into 3rd place. Let's have a look at what happened instead as Johnny goes past into the hairpin. But let's go on board and have a look at this replay. So, just race the... Ooh, there's contact. There is contact. And Watsy goes on past. There is contact, and Watsy has not given the place back, so that potentially could be looked at after the race. Johnny there in 4th now. Stead in 5th. Sprinkler in 6th. Ooh, as Wacky getting very squirrely off the curve there, and going past is Nigel Mansell getting himself up to 7th. Now Wacky could be under threat here from Lee. Lee was looking for a move up the inside. Oh, Nigel running a bit wild. Oh, look at these 4 having an absolute ding-dong here. Oh, and Wacky into the wall. Let's save that and have a look at what happened there. So what happened here? So comes off the curb, just Watsy. Now Lee's on his inside. I don't think Oh, I don't think Wacky knew he was there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you use your radar. But anything can happen. He's only 3 seconds off the back of the field. Now, gap in front, 3.5 seconds. Alex has got a nice little lead over D-Lox in second, who has a 5-second gap over Watsy in third. With Johnny in fourth. Stead's there in fifth. Sprinkler is coming back, though. He is only 3.5 seconds off the back of Stead in 6th place. Nigel Mansell in 7th. He's got stuck in the grid quite close for company. And then fighting his way back through. Oh, Nigel getting very familiar with the Wall of Champions there. And this is giving stuck in the grid, getting a nice little toe down towards turn 1. 8 minutes remaining in the race. Race Lord fast lap of the race, a 1:36.298. Stuck on the grid, nice and close now to Nigel Mansell. Just got to keep with him through the windy section here and keep hold of that slipstream, because if he can keep hold of that slipstream, then that is going to help him out massively in the straights. And he's getting the gap down a little bit further. He's now only 3 tenths behind. Now just under 3s, within 2 tenths. Just got to sit behind him until he gets towards that back straight. That back straight is where he can use that slipstream. Oh, Nigel Mansell getting very squirrely there. Stuck with her again, even closer now. The gap almost below 2 tenths. It is just dropping below 2 tenths. Stuck with her looking to go up the inside. Now looking to go all the way around the outside. Potentially a little bit of a cutback. Gets on the power. Nigel Mansell got a great exit though off the hairpin. And all whilst this is going on, Race Lord is getting closer. As he moves on over, and there we go, stuck on the grid, up to 7th place. Oh, Nigel Mansell's getting very squirrely there as he comes on through. And are we going to see Nigel lose another place, because Race Lord is getting closer into the braking zone. He doesn't want to finish 9th. Getting the power down nicely out the corner is Race Lord. Oh, Nigel Mansell's gone straight on. It's going to give him dirty tyres. It's like Vettel when he went off with Hamilton. Race Lord looking to keep back. This is bringing Lee into it, and all whilst this is going on, stuck on the grid is checking out in front of these guys. Sideways, good save there from Race Lord. I think he's going to lose the position though to Lee. Into the braking zone. Yep, he does, loses the position to Lee. So his charge is halted for a little bit longer. Let's jump back to the leader and see what's going on there. 5 seconds is the gap now between Alex and D-Lox. D-Lox in second with a 5.5 second lead over Watsy in third. Johnny in fourth. Stead there in fifth. Sprinkler in sixth. He's only 1.6 seconds now off of 5th place. Stuck on the grid in 7th. Now he's got a 3-second lead over Nigel Mansell there in 8th. Race Lord in 9th. Beefy's up to 10th. Something's happened to Lee, because Lee is about to lose a place there to Wacky, as Lee there in 12th. Don't know what's happened to Lee. Something might have gone wrong with his car there, because he's got front end damage. and it looks like he has just rage quit. So no points there if that was right. Oh, and he's left the room as well. So we'll have a look and see what happened there with Lee. Obviously, unfortunately, you don't score any points if you rage quit. So D-Lock's there in second at the moment. He's got a lovely bit of a gap behind and a lovely gap in front. So he can just drive this all the way to the end, and as you can see from his lap times, very consistently driving it to the end of the race. 3.5 minutes left to go in this one. What's he still in that podium spot there in third, with Johnny in fourth. Stead not too far behind Johnny, actually getting himself within a second now. And Sprinkler is only 1.2 seconds behind them. Stuck on the grid though is coming back in Sprinkler. Lovely use of the curb there from Stuck on the Grid. Nigel is in 8th still. Racelord has recovered and got himself back up to the back of the Snail. Only 2 turns behind now. What can he do here, Racelord? Can he get himself up another place? Can he get himself that 8th place off of Nigel? Nigel running a bit wide there. That could be a half-second penalty for track limits. Here comes Racelord. It's a drag race. It is a half-second penalty for Nigel Mansell. And the penalty is in a horrible part of the track. And I think we just saw Stuck on the Grid running a bit wide there as Racelord gets up the inside and gets the move done and up into 8th place for him. Racelord's got a half-second penalty as well, though, so they're both going to serve a penalty at this point. As here they go to the penalty line. Both serve their penalties, the gap will remain the same between them. Racelord with the fastest lap on the way. Ooh, I want to avoid that curve as much as you can. So Alex has a 5.8 second lead over D-Locks. These guys will get one more lap in. D-Locks there in second, then we've got Watsy in third still. He's got a nice little gap now of 2.7 seconds behind to Johnny in fourth, who now has Stead closing in, and Sprinkler closing in on Stead as well. Now, obviously, with the incident that we saw earlier on in the race, that if that gets looked into and there's a penalty for Watsy, then these guys in front could be potentially fighting for a podium. It's getting closer. It's only 6 temps now, 5 temps to Johnny. And all what's this going on? Sprinkler is around the 1 second mark to Stead. Now, obviously, Stead will get a lovely toe down the back straight. And here he goes. Only 4 temps now off of that 4th place spot. Now, when these two start actually battling, going side by side, that's going to bring Sprinkler into contention. Now, they've only got 15 seconds to cross the line. Now, is Sprinkler going to cross? Is Sprinkler going to get to the line? That's going to be the main thing. He's got 8. Oh, this is going to be tight. He's slowing down. Why is he slowing down? He's letting Stuck on the Grid through before the line. Just... Oh, he's got through to the final lap. Racelord finishes in 8th place. Nigel Mansell finishes in 9th. Wacky's going to take home 10th place. And Beefy is going to take home 11th. So Alex there on his final lap, he's got 6.4 second lead over D-Locks in second. He has 7.4 second lead over Watsy in third. But this is the fight that we wanted to have a look at between Johnny and Stead on the last lap. Johnny in 4th, Stead in 5th. Nigel Mansell in the chat saying, oh dear. It wasn't too bad for tenths the gap. It's all about this exit, and that is a good exit. He's closing up the gap. We're going to have to jump to Alex quickly. He's going to cross the line and take round 6 win. Goes to Alex. Deluxe will take second, and Watsy takes third. And we're just going to jump back to the action here because this could be a race to the line. It is going to be a race to the line. We think it's going to be Johnny. Watsy takes third. Johnny fourth. Stead in fifth. Stuck on the grid takes sixth. And Sprinkler rounding out there in seventh. Race North in eighth. Nigel Mansell in ninth. Wacky in 10th. And Beefy in 11th. Congratulations there to Alex. Just confirm the results there. Let's have a look. Did not mean to click spectate. So Alex with the race win. Deluxe in second. Watsy there in third. Johnny in fourth. Stead in fifth. Stuck on the grid in sixth. Sprinkler seventh. Race Lord in eighth, but with the fastest lap. Ninth going to Nigel Mansell. And Wacky taking 10th. Beefy in 11th. Lee with the did not finish there in 12th. Ooh. Right, everyone. I'm going to get the lobby ready for the GR3 Masters, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second for the next race. Hello everyone, right, we are back here for the GR3 Masters, back at the wonderful Circuit de Villeneuve for 30 minutes of endurance action here with a 10-minute qualifier. Those that are new to watching this part through, you need to use the soft and the hard tyre in this series, and there is 6 different manufacturers at play, and different cars are stronger at different tracks, but it's very close in the championship table, as we will see now. So Miguel there in 14th, Tyler in 13th, Fodder, who had his first round last week and took the race win and the fastest lap there, which was a phenomenal result, in 12th, Mario in 11th, Giacala in 10th, Mike in 9th, and Audio Muted in 8th. And then this is where it gets really close this table. Rich in 7th, Sandanza in 6th, with Ryanin in 5th, Hugo in 4th, Gavsky 3rd, Racelord in 2nd, Deluxe with the lead in the championship by 1 point, Racelord then 1 point ahead of Gavsky, who's 2 points ahead of Hugo. In the top 4, there is 3 different manufacturers. In the top 7, every manufacturer, apart from the Lamborghini, so there's 5 different manufacturers in the top 7. So 5 out of the 6 manufacturers there in the top 7 is a phenomenal showing. And Deluxe showing there, you don't need to win the races to be top of the table. He's been just getting second places the last 2 rounds, second place in both of them. So a great showing there from Deluxe, who's leading the championship at this stage. So let's give everyone the ready. Let's tell them to set tyres for quali. Give everyone the ready. So we've got no Lamborghini on the track tonight with CJ there, and then we've got no Hassel there in the McLaren, so good to see every manufacturer represented again. Let's get this one underway for the qualifier. Otherwise, we're going to be running all night, which isn't a bad thing. Maybe we'll do something that's going to run all night towards the end of the year. Quite possibly. Someone say maybe a 24-hour. Right, let's have a look on board for the qualifier. We always go on board with Mario's, but I want to go on board with, when we get out and underway, Mario needs a bounce back round here tonight. So Mario coming out of the pits there needs a bounce back car. I don't want to have a look at the liveries that Hassel has got. Oh, that's a beautiful livery, blue and yellow there. Obviously there is Fodder there. But we want to have a look at a bit further down. We want to have a look. Oh, CJ just going on pits. Perfect timing. And his livery on that Lamborghini. I think it looked like a Red Bull livery, and it is a Red Bull livery. Like a good Red Bull livery. So it's going to be interesting to see what that Lamborghini can do around this track. 2 Lamborghinis on track side. There is Giacala. He just come around to start a lap. And Racelord will be the first one to complete a lap. He's in the Ferrari, the 296. very quick car, on this track. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what he can do. Whilst we're watching him getting his first lap underway, we will have a look at the stream and number of likes we've got on the stream. So I'm 13 at the moment, so you haven't already hit the like button, please hit the like button. As here comes Racelord through the first sector. Ooh, did he touch the wall there? Quite possibly. So 26.206. And now he's heading off down towards the bridge section. Key braking zone here under the bridge. Seems to have negated that well. Good use of the curb there. You can take a little bit of that curb on the inside, and as long as you just ride it so you don't have a wheel on the sausage part, then it is a good curb to get over. Negating the hairpin well and underway, unleashing the 296's power as he powers on down the extremely long straight here. And here we go into final corner. Avoid that curve on the inside. Lovely little forward drift there. Power it to the line, and Racelord will set the first lap, and it's going to be a 1 minute 37, 1 minute 38. Gill goes over the line 1 minute 38.4. Gavsky's going to be next across the line. He goes second. Mario takes pole position there, and then next across the line it is going to be no hassle. He goes sixth. What can Fodder do? He goes pole 136.682. Beefy is going to cross the line. He goes seventh. Mike crosses the line. He goes into seventh. Audio muted now to cross the line, and he puts his Mercedes into seventh. There's a trend here. Everyone wants to be seventh. Deluxe in the Audi. What's he got in his locker? Punching it to the line. Only 10th for Deluxe, and then 12th at the moment. What can CJ do as he punches it to the line? What's he got in his locker? It's enough for second place as front row stop. Fodder, it's almost a second on pole at this point. Great opening lap from Fodder. Now, where is Racel? He's going to be the next one to set a lap, so we'll see what he is doing. As we see, Fodder is going faster on his lap. Now, these guys have got 10 minutes to qualify. So they can come in and change tyres. Look, I think Racelord is going for a no. He's coming into the pits. So Racelord into the pits. Gill is coming into the pits as well. I think most of these guys are going to change their tyres and then go for it one more time. Gavsky in the pits. Mario in the pits. Fodder was purple, but he's going in. I think everyone's diving into the pits. Racelord's going to be the first one out as he's just come out. He's got his tyres changed. And he's getting it underway. Fodder there is coming out as well. Everybody pitted at the end of that lap. That's crazy to think that everyone pitted. But Fodder on provisional pole at the moment. CJ in the Lamborghini. He's coming into the pits as well. Getting his tyres changed. And out and underway he is. Rachel's going to be the first one to complete an outlap and then go for another flying lap. Now, we do have to keep an eye out for the Mercedes of Hugo, the Mercedes of Audio Muted, and the Mercedes of Mike, because we have seen how quick they are off the line. Hugo will be starting on the third row of the grid, but he will make up places before turn 1. That car is a rocket ship off the line. Obviously standing start with false start check. As Hugo comes around to start another lap. Now where is Race Lord? Let's have a look. He's just going through the first corner. He's the first one out there on a flying lap after the pit stops. Audiometer's just come into the pits. Let's see what Race Lord's first sector is like. It is purple, so he is up by 2 tenths. On Fodder's first sector, Fodder doing a 36.682 on his provisional pole lap. See what Race Lord is on as he comes through the timing gates for the second sector. And he is down now. He's down on his own time as well. He's got it all to make up in the last sector. He will get another lap in after this one. See what he's got in his locker. Using that Ferrari straight line speed. Over the sausage curbs. Avoiding the wall of champions. Punching it to the line. Can he improve on 4th place? He will get another lap after this. Goes second. It's not enough for pole, but it is enough for second. Gill stays in 7th. Where is Mario? Mario is now down into 5th. Ooh, CJ has got a half-second penalty. Hugo there moving up to 6th place. So Hugo doing well on his second attempt. Mike there getting himself up to 8th. Already muted in 9th. He's on an outlap. Beefy in 10th. D-Locks. He is just coming to the line. Can he improve on that 11th place? Second in the championship. He needs to get himself up the field. He is up to 7th. So gets himself in front of Gill. Race Lord is in the pits. So he's returned to the pits. He's not going to go for another lap. Fodder though is on a lap. Where is Mario? Mario's just in front of him. Is Mario improving? He is not, so Mario's not going to improve on this one. Where's Gavsky? Gavsky is just here. Let's stay on board with Gavsky. See if Gavsky can get himself onto the front row, and if not, even pole. 3rd in the championship. Oh, there's a spinner there. I heard Gill car going around, and Gill is in the barrier. Now, Gavsky punching it to the line. Doesn't improve. Whereas Fodder, can he extend the lead out the front? He does, a 36.340. He's over a second on pole. As it looks like we've got no hassle to cross the line. Mike improves there. Beefy improves and up to 8th. So Fodder on pole position. Race Lord 2nd. CJ is on a lap. So we're still on board with him. He's the only one, I think. There is someone actually coming through. D-Locks there goes into 7th still. So an improvement. Now can CJ punch it on? This looks quick. Is it enough to get on the front row? It's enough for the front row. Gets himself into 2nd. Knocks Race Lord down to 3rd. Gavsky 4th. Mario 5th. Hugo 6th. D-Locks in 7th. Beefy in 8th. 9th Gill. 10th is Mike. 11th is Audio Muted. And 12th is No Hassle. But there's the man on pole. Fodder, the man on pole. So Fodder there, 7.5 tenths. Fodder, can he make it 2 race wins in a row? Let's have a look at the results there. So Fodder there with the pole position of 36.340. And then you've got CJ there in second, 37.089. Race Lord there in third, 37.437. Gavsky in fourth. Mario in fifth, with Hugo sixth. Delox in seventh. Beefy in eighth. Gill in ninth. Mike in 10th. Audio Muted in 11th. And No Hassle there in 12th. Let's get the guys to set the tyres for the race start. And then we can get this one underway. Mario chucking at the ready there, nice and early. Now, where's the highest starting Mercedes? Hugo. Watch Hugo at the start, because that thing is a rocket ship. Right, just before, let's get it started. Everyone's putting their readies in. Let me get into position. Right, quick sip of the old drink, 'cause it's getting hot in here. Let's get this one underway here. 30 minutes of GR3 Masters action to bring you from the circuit to Gill, Villeneuve here with Fodder on pole. And we've got CJ in second, Race Lord third, Gavsky fourth, Mario fifth, Hugo in sixth, Delox in seventh, and Beefy in eighth. False start check is on, the lights are on. Now watch out for Hugo in sixth in that Mercedes. He's going to get away well, and he does. He's already going past Gavsky, it looks like. On the grass a little bit, and straight up to P3. So watch a little bit of action in the background as there we go. Racel managed to cover him off in the Ferrari, so the Ferrari managed to get up to speed there. Hugo up to fourth, Gavsky fifth, Mario in sixth, Mike's up to seventh in his Mercedes, Delox in eighth. Always starts on the hard, always loves the reverse strategy, does Delox. Squeezing Mike there. Beefy in ninth, Gill in 10th. 11th is No Hassle, and 12th is Audio Muted. And all of them getting away well, no spinners or anything in the Masters. It is Fodder, almost a second in the lead. And a little bit of a crackle on the screen then. Just hope the laptop's not getting too hot. So Fodder doing well. Now he's got up to 1.2 seconds. CJ a little bit glitchy there. What I saw there. Racel getting the power down well, but he's got Hugo. Now that Mercedes is a rocket ship, and he's got Gavsky right behind him. Look at how close it is here between 4th, 5th, 6th. Actually 3rd as well, because they're catching up on Racel. Look at this. Hugo. Oh, what happened? Did Racel just glitch out massively? Where is Racel? Racel's dropping down the order massively. Let's see the replay. Don't know what happened there. Racing was in third, wasn't he? He just goes straight on? That might be a disconnect. Ooh. I don't know what happened there. I think we may have had a disconnect for Race Lord. Because that car just went straight on into the barrier. Or has he managed to carry on? So Fodder there in the lead. Let's jump to the back of the field. Race Lord coming out of the pits. So he's got damage. Did it send him into the pit lane? I don't know what has happened there. We will catch up with Race Lord and see what happened there. It looked like his car just went off the track at 4,000 miles an hour. Fodder in the lead by 3 seconds. CJ in second. Hugo in third place. With Gowski all over the back of him. And Mario in 5th. Mario getting up the inside of Gavsky there, 4th position out the hairpin. And Mario getting up into 4th. And now we've done a replay, we'll get the lovely fuel animation. But Mario hunting down Hugo in front. Then 5th, as you said, is now Gavsky with Delox on the hards in 6th. Mike in 7th, he's on the hards as well. Kayla in 8th on the hards. Audio Muted on the hards. Beefy is on the hards, and No Hassle as well on the hards. So we've got a definite split. The front 5 are on the softs, and then the remaining 6 are on the hard tyre. Fodder is holding on nicely here. He's 4 seconds in the lead of CJ in 2nd. Tyres looking well on the front too. Hugo in 3rd. Mario in 4th. He's dropped off a little bit from Hugo on this lap, but still within the slipstream. Closing up the gap a little bit now. He's only 8 tenths behind. And here he goes, he's now only half a second behind, but Gavsky is close as well. These 3 are close on the track. 25 minutes remaining. It looks like that R8 of Gavsky has some great straight line speed. Oh, Mario into the barrier, but gets away with no damage. Personal best there for Mario. Gavsky in 5th. Gavsky's going to want to get past, as you can see, Delox behind. Now, Delox is only, I say only 5.5 seconds behind, but he does have a 1 second penalty, which is going to cost him dearly. But there is your back 6, all coming around the first corner pretty much out the straight at the same time. Now, these guys will change onto the soft tyre later on in the race. So we'll get to see what their pace is like later on. They are deciding to go to the hards early, get them out of the way, and then hopefully they'll have some clean air after their pit stops and they can utilise the soft tyre and push on with it. But from what I'm seeing here on the likes of Silver Fodder out in front, his soft tyres are lasting pretty well. The lights are on the car now. I don't think it's going to rain here, but it's certainly looking a bit horrible. There is CJ there, coming through in 2nd. Hugo in 3rd. Mario still with him, and Gavsky still with him as well. Great shot as the 3 of them come through. What can Mario do into the braking zone here? Pushing on well there. Gavsky just dropping back a little bit. Mike has got up to 6th after Delox has served his penalty. So Mike up 6th, now giving D-Locks a tow along in 7th. Kayla in 8th, Audio Muted in 9th, with Beefy there in 10th, and No Hassle in 11th. Fodder in the lead by 6.3 seconds. He's edging himself out, and fantastic gap. .3 seconds. As he comes through into the hairpin. And he's got loads of tyre. Normally, we expect the softs to last 10 minutes tops. He's got loads of tyre life left in these. He can go on easily till he's got about 10 minutes left. Which makes me think, are we going to see some of the hard running guys coming in early to get onto the soft tyre? Right up against the wall of champions there for Fodder. He's absolutely flying. 7.2 seconds in the lead from CJ there in 2nd. Hugo in 3rd. Mario hunting him down still in 4th. Gowski still with them in 5th. There is Gowski still hunting them down. There is Mike in 6th, front running hard tyre driver. Locks in 7th. Audio Muted in 8th. And then we've got a change of position there because we have got... Let's have a look and see if we can see what happened there. Because No Hassle got himself up some positions, but no, it looks like we missed out, so apologies for that. No Hassle up to 9th. 10th now is Beefy. He's got front end damage, and Gear Kayla has front end damage on a half-second penalty. These guys are on the hard, so as I said, I think these tyres could last about 20 minutes potentially. Is it worth, if I was Gear Kayla or Beefy, you've got to start to think, is it worth chucking the tyres on now? Got the damage, is it worth getting onto a different set? Fodder 8 seconds in front. And then CJ, he's got 3.8 seconds over Hugo in 3rd. Now Hugo still running 8/10 in front of Mario. As Gavsky into the pits. That's an interesting pit stop. Another set of softs for Gavsky. He's going to two-stop this one. And he's going to come out... Oh no, he is on the hard. He is on the hard. It's my mistake. We had a bit of different information there. He's out in 7th. So he's the first one to pit after 10 minutes in the race. His tyres didn't look that bad, but they must have been sliding around underneath him, because he's now come out in 7th. Out on the hards. Fodder though, 8.1 seconds in the lead. And then you've got CJ there in 2nd. 4.3 seconds the gap back to Hugo in 3rd. Mario now only half a second behind. What can Mario do? Obviously, we know what Hugo's straight line speed is going to be like in that Mercedes. What can Mario do in the Porsche? He's now within 3/10. Here he comes. He's slowly gaining, but that Mercedes is just rapid in a straight line. Oh, sideways goes Hugo, and through goes Mario, and up into 3rd. Hugo just got a little bit squirrely on the exit next to the wall of champions, and Mario sliding his Porsche up into 3rd place. Hugo now into 4th. Mike, the front-running hard tyre driver, in 5th. With Elox in 6th. Gavsky in 7th on the hards. Audio muted there in 8th. With no hassle in 9th. If I was no hassle, I'd definitely be coming in for the softs, because that McLaren is incredible at running its tyres. We've got Beefy there in 10th. And Gear Kayla in 11th. So surprised these guys haven't appeared. And Gear Kayla's got front and rear damage. What is Fodder's gap out in front now? It is 9 seconds. Now, his rear tyre is starting to die death. Is he coming into pits? No, he's going for one more lap. CJ coming into the pits there. Mario. Is he going to stay out for one more? No, Mario in. Hugo stays out. Now we will expect Mike obviously to stay out, because he's on the hard tyres, same as D-Lox. Oh, D-Lox, get him! Oh, D-Lox into the wall, but avoids damage. Didn't get any damage there. Now Gavsky's the one we want to watch. Where is Gavsky in comparison to Mario? Where's Mario? There's Mario. Is that Mario coming up? That's Mario. Mario coming out of the pits and is in front of Gavsky. I think the main thing from that as well is Mario gets out in front of Mike by a second, so that was crucial. Now where will Hugo kind of slot into this equation? Fodder is a 17-second lead. Something's happened to Hugo, because Hugo's dropped back massively. There, you've got CJ there in 3rd place, with Mario in 4th. So it's going to be interesting to see where Hugo comes out in comparison to Mario. Fodder is into the pits. The leader is in. Getting the tyres changed. He's going to be able to pit and get straight back out again. And I don't think he's going to even lose the lead. Hugo coming into the pits there. And there goes CJ through. And there goes Mario. Now where is Hugo? Hugo is just getting underway. Obviously 37 miles an hour down the pit lane. Now getting the power going. Now there's D-Lox. Can he get out in front of D-Lox? Obviously want to not cross the line. And can he get out in front of Gavsky? He's still in front of Gavsky. That's crucial. Here comes Gavsky. They're going to go 3 abreast. And oh, Hugo goes straight on. Manages to keep it semi in a straight line and doesn't collect anyone. So good recovery work there from Hugo. It did look like for a second he was going to be kind of a bowling ball down the skittle lane there and take out a couple of cars, but kept it all together, and Audio Muted gets himself up into 7th for the time being. Mario though up into 3rd place. We're just under 14 minutes remaining in the race. Mike is the front running hard tyre driver. What can he do when he... How we haven't seen these guys coming into the pitch yet, I do not know. These guys should be on the softs by now. The soft tyres can last this long, guys. Get into the pits, get on the faster tyre. And here we go. Crossing the line is Mike to complete another lap. So he's not come into the pitch yet. Neither has D-Locks in 5th. Gavsky's going to be getting so frustrated behind now. He's running net 4th once one of these guys pit, but these guys are just sad in front of him as the sun starts to set here in Montreal. Audio muted yet to pit in 7th. Hugo, who has pitted in 8th. And we've got 9th, No Hassle, who has pitted and on the soft tyres. And then Beefy in 10th, just coming out of the pits there for him onto the soft tyre. And then in 11th place, we have Gill, who's on the soft tyre. And, ooh, just running a little bit wide there. But keeping it under control. What's the gap in front? It's 11.3 seconds. Great backdrop as the sun starts to set here in Montreal. And what a commanding lead Fodder has. 36.062, the fastest lap of the race. CJ in 2nd in the Lamborghini, showing that Lamborghini is a quick car and it can shift. Mario there in 4th as Mike comes into the pit. So here is Mike into the pits. Now where's he anyway? He was the front running hard driver. D-Locks into the pits and audio muted as well. Let's see where Mike feeds out. Hugo goes through in 5th. Here we go. Mike coming out in 6th, D-Locks coming out in 7th, audio muted coming out in 8th. Mike needs to make up 5.7 seconds. He's on the soft tyre now. He's on the tyre to make up the time. Can Mike get after Hugo? Can he get after Gavsky? Because Gavsky's only 2 seconds, well, almost 3 seconds in front of Hugo. Mario is then another 5.7 seconds in front of that in 3rd place. Not even using up any of his tyres as Mario. So where is Mike now? He's 5.2 seconds in front. Sorry, behind Hugo. He can see them now. And here he is on his way. Now it's below 5 seconds. 4.6 as we head towards the line. Four and a half seconds. He needs to get that down to under 4 within this lap as he continues his charge on to try and get himself into 5th place. Potentially 4th could be on the cards for him. Fodder though, 12 seconds in the lead over CJ in 2nd. With Mario in 3rd. He's got a 5.6 second lead over Gavsky in 4th. Has 2.8 second lead over Hugo in 5th. Mike's got the gap down to 3.7 seconds, now 3.6, 3.5. He is on a charge. Mike is on his way here. Let's see what his sector time is like as well. Ooh, he's up by 1.2 seconds on his personal best. So Mike is on his way and getting that gap now down to below 3 seconds. D-Locks there in 7th with audio muted in 8th. No Hassle in 9th. He can see these guys in front as well. Beefy in 10th and Gill in 11th. But he's still Fodder 12.2 seconds in the lead of the race. CJ doing really well in that Lamborghini. Got to keep an eye on Mario, see how he's doing for his podium. He hasn't had the luck in the first 5 rounds, but he's had the pace. I've seen it in the practice sessions. He's had the pace. So if he can convert this into a podium, that will be a reward and a half for Mario. He does deserve it. Gavsky there in 4th. He's got a nice healthy gap back to Hugo in 5th. But here comes Mike. It's going to be Mercedes versus Mercedes. Now, that's going to be interesting here. They're going to be pretty even in a straight line. Let's see what he can do. It's below a second. It just dropped up to over a second, but now it's below a second again. Here he comes. Mike is on the charge. Six attempts now. Now below half a second. Is Hugo going to have any kind of defence here against soft tyre? Hugo had a great run there through the first corner. But Mike closing up through here as they close out the first sector. What's Mike's first sector split going to be like? It's only down ever so slightly on the personal best. Nice wide entry line there, using all of the track width. There is Mike, and look at that drive. He's going to get off the corner, almost alongside. Almost alongside. It's a difficult place to overtake there. Mike does the right thing and slots back in behind. Now, does he get the drive off that corner? He does get a good drive off that corner. But Hugo sends him to the outside for the hairpin. Can Mike go all the way around the outside into the braking zone? And he does go all the way around the outside. And that is Mike up and into 5th place. What a move from Mike, all the way around the outside at the hairpin. Knew he had the faster tyre, knew he had the grip to do it. He's now got 4.5 seconds to make up on Gavsky, but Hugo is there in the slipstream. Mike braked a bit late, but does get through. Hugo is not giving up on this one. Hugo is not giving up on this at all. He's still within 2 attempts of Mike. I think Mike thought he'd be able to pass him and check out and get onto the back of Gavsky. But Gavsky's pulling out a bit of a gap now. Gap up to 5.7 seconds. Let's have a breakdown of where everyone is at this point. 4 minutes remaining in the race. It's Fodder in the lead by 14.8 seconds. And then we've got CJ there in 2nd. Mario in 3rd. He's got a nice little gap back to Gavsky in 4th, who has a nice little gap either side of him back to Mike in 5th. And then there's a group of cars all here together. So Mike in 5th, Hugo in 6th, D-Locks attacking in 7th. Now he's on the softs, audio muted on the softs in 8th as well. Hugo is on the hard tyre. So are we going to see Hugo dropping down the order here? We saw him lose that place to Mike. Next up is D-Locks to go past the championship leader, who's currently running in 7th place. Can he make up another position? He's going to look to go to the inside, thinks about it, and slots in behind. Lives to fight another day. Now, already muted not too far behind this as well. Here they come. Look at this. They're all over the gearbox. Off you go. Deluxe will be desperate to try and find a way past here because he knows that Audio Muted's coming as well. Hugo is just trying to hang on for dear life here. We've just got the inside. And look, Audio Muted right onto the back of this. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the race. We got someone in the pits. I think that might be Gear Kayla. Yeah, Gear Kayla is into the pits. Gear Kayla running low on fuel, is he? Repairing his damage, I think. Let's jump back to the leader. It's 15 seconds in the lead. We want to jump back though for the fight. Deluxe does look like he's just got that place. He's up into... Oh, did he get a little tap there from behind? Deluxe in sixth. Now look at this. I think Hugo braked a little bit more then, because I think he might have just tapped the back of Deluxe. And this is going to give Audio Muted a run here. Can Audio Muted get himself up into 7th? And here we go. Can Audio get that place? This could be the last lap for these guys. Pretty confident that Fodder will get another lap in. As there he is, crossing the line, so he'll get another lap in. Crosses the line to start lap 19. Now I think CJ will get another lap in as well, but I do think it's going to be the checkered flag coming out for Mario as he just comes through, avoids all the champions and drives to the line, and it is Mario who takes 3rd place. Congratulations to Mario. Gavsky takes 4th over Mike in 5th. Deluxe will take 6th. Hugo hangs on for 7th. Audio Meter takes 8th. No Hassle is going to cross the line and take 9th place. Over Beefy in 10th in the Ferrari. With Gear Kayla on his final lap. Is he going for fastest lap on the last lap? Potentially could be. You did see him pit for the tyres. But it is Fodder who's coming down the straight. He's literally weaving from side to side. He knows he's done it. He's 17 seconds in the lead. And here he comes. Avoiding the Wall of Champions. He has taken maximum points here at this round for the 2nd round in a row. Goes to Fodder. 2nd place will go to CJ. Lovely blow of the discs there. As he crosses the line in 2nd, he's happy with that. And Gear Kayla has got damage, so he does look like he was going for fastest lap. But he's got himself a bit of front aero and front wheel damage. He will finish out in 11th. But it is the race win going to Fodder, as I said, 2nd race in a row. Maximum points for him. Pole position, clean race, and the fastest lap as well, going to Fodder. So here's your results there for round 6 of the series. Fodder with a win, and then it is CJ there in 2nd, with Mario 3rd, Gavsky 4th, Mike in 5th, Deluxe in 6th, Hugo 7th, Automated in 8th, with No Hassle in 9th, Beefy in 10th, Gearkayla 11th, and Racel, we don't know what happened to him, but we saw him shot across the screen, looked like he ended up in the pits, not finishing the race there. Oh, God, what a hot evening that's been. But well done to everyone involved. That was an absolute cracking evening of racing. We will be back next week for round number 7. So tune in next Monday night for that. Thank you everyone for tuning in and watching. And if you haven't already, go back and watch Interlagos last week. That was a cracker. The qualifier in the GR3 was utterly fantastic. But thank you everyone for tuning in and watching so much. We'll be back next week and we'll catch you then. Thank you.